Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. Man, we got some actual sunshine. I know there's like some shadows and stuff hanging out here. We're just going to have to live with it because the sun is actually peeking out from behind cloud cover for the first time in I don't know how long. It feels like it's been months. I know it can't have been months, but it feels like it. Uh, and really, in consideration of that, this is not really the right book to be talking about here because we should be talking about something that's like fun and cheerful and has an uplifting ending, not this. Not that there's anything wrong with this book, except for the ending, because I had a ton of fun, man. So if you remember, our main character, her, I don't remember her name. She's just the main character. When I read stories, the names like stick in my head for like 5 seconds, but then I remember the people's relationships, and that's how I remember them. Is like the tree of who they are. And she's the main character. Her previous team was all murdered by this guy. And now, since she works for trauma, she's here to rescue him. And things have gone badly for her current team. Her everybody's dead except for her and this dude. And he's like the team leader, and he doesn't like her. He doesn't like her. He doesn't like him. He doesn't like anybody. I mean, he's just like a hired assassin, so he doesn't really care. The art is gritty and dirty feeling. It's super appropriate. Look at this dude who's all blissed out. Well, he wants to be all blissed out, but he ain't. Look at his eyes, man. That's the only part of him you can see. Okay, you can see his hand, but that doesn't matter. It's the eyes, man. Look at those eyes. He's getting what he wants right there. Shh. Aw, yeah. Cool little just randomly cybernetic fingers there to let you know. This is Cyberpunk. I really like that attention to detail, man. That's awesome. So they're escorting this guy out of this building full of dudes that wanted to kill him. And, we're going to skip over some plot stuff because I want to get to this. This is an excellent chunk of an excellent fight sequence. No, the fight sequence is like 5 or 6 pages long or something. It's great all the way through. This is some like super manga kind of great looking stuff, man. As they're fighting, they get attacked. She gets knocked down, but she starts like saving the day, fixing the problem. She gets her gun back, starts taking care of business. The hired killer dude is fighting this huge, awesome looking cyborg dude. Like, this guy's awesome. Big bad hired killer, you think you're better than us? You think that trauma team contract makes you special? They didn't save you this time, did they? Or did they? Now, this bullet shot here, like the smoking barrel, that's all related to her getting away from these dudes that are after her, right? But it's also here. Look at that. This panel gives us two completely separate stories. Now, whether that's intentional, whether her shot hitting this dude, like right there, was the intended way to read this, I don't know, but that's how I choose to read it. It's a dual purpose, multi purpose bullet shot. The action in this book is just great stuff. It's impactful, it feels good. I wish I could say the same about the very ending. So after this, some stuff happens, and the ending hits, and I think the ending is supposed to feel really impactful to us. Like, this is some really like deep, heavy kind of stuff. And it doesn't. It just kind of falls flat, man. It just goes, yeah, whatever. Part of the reason why is because it's so fast. It's like you're just cruising along, stuff is happening, and then all of a sudden, bam, game over, and that's it. That's the end of the story. And that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with ending a story that way, but it felt really abrupt. When I got to the end, I flipped over to the next page. I'm like, oh man, that can't be it. But that really was. It was just it. That was just the end of the story. Definitely let down. I'm not telling you what happened. You might be able to guess because you're smart people. I'm not telling you what happened, but I found it unfulfilling at the very end. It's a shame too, because everything leading up to that moment I thought was pretty spot on, felt really good, looked really good, kept a good pace. The book never really like took its time to drag out or anything. It was just kind of like, let's go, and then the book went, which was pretty good. So the ending is, I don't know. I don't know how to explain like what I didn't like about the ending. It just didn't work for me. But the rest of the book did. So if you haven't read this, if you haven't checked out the Cyberpunk 2077's Trauma Team, whatever the actual title of this thing is, you probably should, because it turns out it's a pretty good book, and it was a lot of fun to read. And now I'm losing the sunlight, which is probably nature telling me to shut up. You all have a great day out there. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Sure, hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.